Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today I am taking a look at Superman. I don't know what specifically this Superman is supposed to be from. Obviously, it's kind of a classic looking Superman. I love the art on the back here. That could be Michael Cho, maybe. I'm not positive. But whatever the case, beautiful art. Clearly, this is supposed to be a lighter blue. I think this is the Superman that everybody has been waiting for. I'm very excited about it, and I just had to have it because I don't know if I've ever had what I feel is a proper Superman, proper comic book Superman in my collection. And I'm not the biggest Superman fan in the world, but you gotta have a Superman. And it's not one of those, like, you can't tell good stories with Superman, he's too powerful. It's not one of those kind of things. He's just not my guy. Batman's my guy. But I do love Superman. I love the idea of Superman. I'm excited to see what James Gunn is going to do with Superman. I'm excited to see how badly McFarlane botches the likeness of the actor playing Superman. I'm sorry, that's not fair. I'm making presumptions based on past evidence, and it's not nice of me. Ooh, I did not know about that. Look at that flight stand. Have we seen this before? Whoa. Okay. That is exciting. That's very exciting. I had no idea this figure came with a flight stand. Okay, so this is... I'm never huge on McFarlane's trading cards. I just don't care that much. But this is cool that it actually has some nice artwork on it. I don't feel that this figure in any way represents this Superman. But, you know, it's still cool. And this is kind of a general Superman description. So DC Classic. I guess that's a new well, I don't know if it's new. I don't keep up with McFarlane super well. So DC Classic, I'm guessing, is sort of a subline where they're doing just sort of the classic comic book representations of the characters, which is the kind of thing I can appreciate. Man, let's put this stand off to the side. We're going to take a look at this thing. I'm stoked about that. And this Superman has some gigantic hands, which I appreciate. I feel like Superman would have some pretty big hands on him. That's not a wrong thing. He's a big, masculine, testosterone pumping dude. Big giant hands make sense. All right. Little plastic tabs, not giving me as much resistance as some. They are stretchy a bit, so it's a little easier to get in there and snip through them. And there's that. We do have, unfortunately, two things I don't like. We've got tape directly on the accessories, which I never approve of. And we've got the cape pulled through the tray, which I also don't care for. Because now, I mean, look at this little slot. I don't think that cape is coming through there too easily. Well, let's try it. Let's find out. Oh man, he's got a tab around his waist too. I didn't see that. Okay. Yeah, look at that. That's just annoying. All right. Superman busted right out of that plastic tray and has a nice smile on that face. The blue is he's got some big giant pins, but that's just kind of, that's McFarlane. I believe this figure is still $20. I pre-ordered it on Amazon. So I don't totally remember, but I think it might have been $22.99. Matter of fact, I think it was, now that I'm saying it. But, McFarlane trying to keep the costs down for all of these figures that feature a lot of unique tooling. Now, I'm not saying they won't use it again, but the reused tooling to me is less apparent in McFarlane's lines than it is in some other lines. So he's got a great, big, bulky physique. He is not a slim Superman. He looks powerful. The light blue is exactly the color. And I'm not saying I don't want Supermans in the royal blue or the darker blue. That's fine. That's a cool look. But this blue is what color I've always wanted a Superman to be. And this is the type of thing I'm talking about with McFarlane, like this sculpted S. It's fantastic. It's not just painted on. It's a full sculpt, and it looks awesome. The cape, the way it sort of tucks or appears to tuck into the top of his suit, looks really good. I like that they've given, look, he's got the sort of drop back here. No S on here, which I also appreciate. And the sculpt of the cape is really nice. It looks great. It's not like way off to one side or the other. It's just kind of, it's not distracting. I don't mind a dynamically sculpted cape as long as it's not distracting. Like I've got a couple of the first Batgirls that McFarlane did where it's just like that. Or the cape, like it's like that. And it's too much. The joints, I'm just never going to totally be on board with a joint that looks like that. Like, that's horrible. It's just gross looking. I don't like it. I also don't love this. I wish he just had a straight cut in the sleeve right here. I don't like this extra design, and I'm going to guess that this tooling is pulled from a different Superman figure. It doesn't ruin the figure, but I don't feel like a classic, so to speak, Superman should have this detail. The boots look good. They maybe could be a little higher, but whatever. It's okay. Oh, and you know what? He's also got, so color-wise and portrait-wise, let's go ahead and do a little zoom in here. The portrait's fantastic. I think they've done a really nice job with that. He's got the glossy black hair. He's got the spit curl. Looks fantastic. Colors, are wonderful. I like the belt here. Although, honestly, the belt isn't even right, is it? Now that I'm thinking about it, the belt should just be like a little circle, shouldn't it? So it looks like they've used parts from a more modern, because look, his boots to me are not right either. These should be much more plain. I think these should be a little taller in these two ridges. So, as much as I was talking about the tooling and how much unique tooling McFarlane puts out there, it looks like they've just taken parts from a different, more modern Superman. And look, if you're a bigger McFarlane fan than I am, you can probably name all of those parts. And if you want to do it in the comments, please feel free to. So you kind of just have to go with the portrait, and the colors are a classic Superman, but the details are not, which is a little disappointing to me. I was ready to proclaim this as the best mass market Superman figure that has been released, but I can't do that because, yes, standing on the shelf, he looks great. He's the light blue. He looks cool, like very pleased with the look from a distance. But unfortunately, once you get up close, there are too many little details that should not be there on a classic Superman. So he's going on the shelf. He's going to look good, but he's not the ultimate figure that I thought he might be. The fists are great. Pop those out. And he's got some sort of, these are probably somebody else's hands. I don't know. He's got some sort of flight hand going on there. And then he's also got, for some reason, he's got big, creepy, grasping hands. I'm not sure about those hands. I don't feel like those are necessary. I would have preferred leave those weird hands out and put a piece of kryptonite in here or something. I don't know. The head has a really nice range of motion, but can we get... Okay, sorry, I should have left the flight hand on. Can we get flying pose out of this guy? And the answer is sort of, which is the answer with pretty much every Superman figure. Can you get a flight pose? Sort of. That's acceptable. I'll give it an acceptable. I don't think I've got this arm quite right. It's been a while since I've seen Superman flying, but I think I've done an okay job here. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But if it had the old, if it had one of the disc joints up on the top of the neck, it would be much, much better. But I like it. It's good. So let's take a look at the flight stand and how that works. So you've got right here, this is the top, and it's got a foot peg as well. So it does double as a regular stand. And I guess you slide, okay, so that just slides into there. I don't know if this flight stand is new or not. Again, I don't buy a ton of McFarlane figures. So does this not rotate? It doesn't. So while it's a hover stand, it is not a flight stand, it is a hover stand. So all that needed to happen was that this needed to be able to rotate around and hold him up, but it doesn't work that way. It works this way. So you cannot, again, it is not a flight stand, it is a hover stand. Man, all that needed to happen was this needed to be able to rotate. Oh, wait. Okay. Yes. Excellent. I was trying to, what it is both of these rotate. I was looking for a rotation here where it connects to this joint. Now, whether or not it'll actually hold him up, I don't know, but we're going to find out. Look at that. So we do have a functional flight stand, a Superman that can look pretty good flying, and I think I'm going to put him on the shelf exactly like this. I might turn it around. I feel like his legs, I feel like it needs to go the other way. That doesn't look as good though, does it? I think I'm just going to have to take the chance of him tumbling over. Or maybe just put it down a little bit lower. I don't know. I'll have to play around with that to find the right. Well, there it is. So, yeah. Look, for $23 plus tax, this is a Superman I'm happy to have on my shelf. It's not exactly what I thought it was going to, or what I was hoping it was going to be, but it's a good Superman, and it's pretty close to the one I've always wanted. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about needless things. And until next time, just be a good person. Up, and away!
Smash that like button if you like needless things.